Chapter 1. The Picnic Plan. It was the last Saturday of summer, and the weather was perfect. Sunny skies, a soft breeze, and the scent of flowers in the air. Lena, 11 years old, and her 9-year-old cousin Zaid were thrilled. Grandma Sita had promised them a picnic in Pine Shadow Grove, a forested park near their hometown. Known for its peaceful streams and picnic spots, the grove also had a mysterious side. At the edge of the grove lay a hidden trail surrounded by thick pine trees, and locals called it Whisper Way. "Why is it called that?" Zaid asked Grandma while they packed sandwiches and lemonade. Grandma's face turned serious. "Because those who wander off the main path say they hear whispers, voices in the trees. But it's not a place for kids." Zaid's eyes lit up. "Do people disappear?" Lena nudged him. "Stop being dramatic." But deep down even Lena was curious. Grandma added, "Promise me you won't leave the picnic area. The forest is beautiful, but not everything in it is meant to be found." They both promised. But promises, when curiosity takes over, can be fragile. Chapter 2. The Laughter and the Lure. The grove was lovely. Blankets spread under tall trees, birds chirping, and families laughing nearby. Baskets of food were laid out. Grandma read a book while the kids played near a stream, skipping stones and chasing butterflies. But as the afternoon sun dipped lower, Lena spotted something odd beyond the trees. "Hey," she whispered, nudging Zaid. "Do you see that gate?" Zaid squinted. Beyond the bushes stood a half-broken wooden arch, overgrown with ivy. Carved into the top was a faded word. "Whisper Way." "That's it," Zaid whispered. "The Whispering Trail." "Should we just peek?" Lena asked. "We won't go far. Grandma's napping." Zaid hesitated. "What if we get caught?" "We won't. We'll be back before she even notices." They slipped through the bushes and crossed under the arch. The air changed instantly. It grew cooler, quieter. Even the birds seemed to stop chirping. Chapter 3. The Path That Moved. Whisper Way was narrow, lined with pine needles. The trail wound deeper, but oddly, there were no signs, no people, and no sounds. Suddenly, a soft voice echoed. "Lena." They froze. "Did you hear that?" Zaid gasped. "It was probably the wind," Lena said quickly, but her voice trembled. Then it came again. "Zaid." Zaid grabbed her hand. "Let's go back." They turned around, but the path was gone. Instead of the gate there were trees. Thick, dark, and unfamiliar. "We didn't come this far, did we?" Lena whispered. "We're lost," Zaid said, panic rising. "What do we do?" Suddenly, a shadow darted between the trees. "Who's there?" Lena called. No answer. Then a whisper again. "Find the circle, or stay forever." The circle of stones. Terrified but trying to stay calm, Lena said, "Let's walk. There must be a way back." They followed a stream and stumbled upon a circle of stones, 12 large gray rocks arranged perfectly in a clearing. At the center stood an old sign, almost buried under moss. Lena wiped it clean. "Only the honest heart will open the path. Lie once, and the circle begins again." Zaid looked confused. "What does it mean?" Suddenly a voice called out, not a whisper this time but loud and clear. "Why did you come here?" A tall figure stepped from behind a tree. She wore a cloak of pine needles, and her hair flowed like moss. Her eyes glowed softly. "I am the Watcher of the Grove," she said. "Answer me truthfully, and you may leave." Lena's throat went dry. We wanted to see what was here." Zaid nodded. "We were told not to come, but we did anyway." The woman tilted her head. "Why disobey a kind warning?" Lena hesitated. Zaid blurted, "Because we were curious. We didn't believe the whispers were real." The Watcher smiled faintly. The stones glowed. One stone moved aside, revealing a path. "You have spoken the truth. The grove forgives, but do not return." Chapter 5. The Return. They followed the new path as the whispering faded. Trees brightened. Birds chirped again. At last, they saw the wooden arch from the other side. And through it, Grandma Sita, searching frantically. "Where were you?" she cried, hugging them tightly. We got lost," Lena said honestly. "We went through the Whisperway gate. I'm sorry." Grandma's eyes filled with worry, but then softened. "The grove lets you return when you tell the truth. Some never do." Zaid's eyes widened. "You knew." She nodded. "It's not just a forest, it's old. Older than the town. It teaches lessons that even adults forget." They walked back to the picnic spot. The food was cold, but the lemonade still sweet. Lena and Zaid didn't care. They had come back. But more importantly, they had learned why rules exist. Chapter 6. The Lesson of the Grove. On the ride home, the kids were quiet. "Do you think it was magic?" Zaid asked. Lena nodded. "Maybe. But more than that, it knew when we were honest. That's kind of scarier than magic." That night, Lena wrote in her diary, "Curiosity is a good thing, but only when you mix it with respect. And always tell the truth. Even if it's scary." Back in the grove, the Watcher stood among the trees, smiling faintly. The circle of stones shimmered once more, waiting for the next heart to be tested. Moral of the story. Sparkle's curiosity can lead to wonder or danger. Always respect rules, and never be afraid to speak the truth. Honesty is the way out of even the darkest forest.